All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Um, I had a pretty good weekend. I stayed busy. Got a lot of things done around the house. Got a lot of things done going towards the future here. Um, but I was up late dealing with some family stuff, and then I slept in a little bit late. But I absolutely still wanted to take and get on this morning and just I more. This is more to raise awareness. Um, and I don't have a whole lot to share as far as photos or other things that are being posted, but I think now that President Trump has finally come out and talked about it, and Secretary Hegseth has already made a few posts about it. I think we're probably going to start seeing some kind of action in Nigeria. Boko Haram and I think there's like one or two other factions of it that are there. I'll call it ethnic cleansing, but they're killing Christians left and right. And I saw some posts this morning. Wanted to mention that they're talking that just last year, not this year, last year, 500,000 Christians were killed in Nigeria. Okay, and from reports that I've seen coming out over the last few days, I see that we're in the tens or twenties of thousands, if not more, already. Um, so I think prayers are needed, and I hope that we can actually get there and take some action. Um, and it's this thing really sours me a lot. Okay, and I'm trying to stay the good Christian. I'm not trying to talk bad things about other human beings because most of these other human beings that are involved in this cleansing, believe it or not, are children. They're conscripted by these groups, and they're trained. They're basically told them that you're going to do this or we're going to kill your whole family. So unfortunately for those children, they're going to be in these groups of people and in these convoys that are rushing to the next city to go kill hundreds more. They're going to be caught in the middle of this. Okay, and I don't want to speak ill of other religions. Um, I do have a personal feeling that here in the United States that just Muslims, if they're going to be practicing Muslims and they want to practice Sharia even in their home, um, they can't do that here. Okay, it's not part of our law. Okay, there is the freedom of religion, but when people realize that Sharia is Sharia law, it's actually a form of government hiding within a religion. Okay, so when people can understand that, then maybe we might have some more people start to wake up here in the United States. The other day in Dearborn, Michigan, there was a terrorist plot that was thwarted. There hasn't been a whole lot more said on it, and I believe the reason is because there's still an ongoing investigation on that, and that might also lead out of Dearborn into other cities across the United States, and that also makes me think of these 17 cities that they talked about the military going to, and they're probably already there. We knew this was going to happen. We had an idea of when, and I think that they're already that I think we already have military in place to thwart any of this stuff that's going to happen. Fingers are crossed on that, and I'm praying, praying, praying so much for the safety of all these Christians and all of the people here in the United States because they don't care who they kill. If you die in their attack, you're a Muslim. Well, then you've just you've been martyred. Okay, so um, yeah, it's crazy. This is basically we're looking at a genocide, I'm just looking at a map here for the Arab Muslim colonization, and it's just showing North Africa and parts of Europe, um, and it looks like parts of like from Kazakhstan down all the way to like Saudi Arabia, the peninsula there. It's pretty bad. There, I saw a report last night talking about how the Muslims are reproducing faster than rabbits make baby bunnies. So anyway, I do want to read this one thing here from President Trump. He posted this out on True Social. Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. Thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a, quote, country of particular concern, unquote, but that is the least of it. When Christians or any such group is slaughtered, like is happening in Nigeria, and then he's got numbers in here 3,100 versus 4,476 worldwide. Something must be done. I'm asking Congressman Riley Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole of the House Appropriations Committee, to immediately look into this matter and report back to me. The United States cannot stand by while such atrocities are happening in Nigeria and numerous other countries. We stand ready, willing, and able to save our great Christian population around the world. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. Okay, so he's put it out there, and I think we're probably going to see some things going on here pretty soon. Again, I'm not planning to make this. I have a lot of things to do starting early this morning, so I'm not going to be going for a real long time. This is probably going to be a real short one. And then I'm looking at Stream Chat. Hey, Tom Manley, how are you? I do too. I have a problem with only one country getting away with just that too. And Israel and we are not allowed to talk about it. And let's put this on the table. We're not allowed to talk about Islam or Israel. Okay? They can talk about the United States all they want. They can call us the Great Satan. They can call us Nazis. They can call us whatever. But when we turn the tables back around and we show them their faults or the things that they're responsible for, right now we have things in our government where if you say anything bad, especially about Israel, you get in trouble. You're going to get in trouble for it. But it's also the same to do with Islam. Okay, so I have a big problem with that. But what I definitely have a big problem with is the genocide of Christians, and that nobody was talking about it. It was like nobody would say anything about it. And finally, there were some, things started getting posted and reposted and shared on X and on Truth Social. So I'm just praying that something can be done about it soon, because this is pretty bad. I mean, when we want to talk about persecution of Christians, Christians are the number one persecuted. If you want to we'll call it a faith. I don't want to call it a religion, but the Christians are the number one persecuted faith in the entire world. In the entire world, there are more Christians being killed on a daily basis across the whole world than there are any other faiths. Okay, whether it be Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, Judaism, we'll go straight across the board. Okay, Christians are under major persecution right now, and I think that we definitely need to be doing something about it. Okay. Also here locally, like I always say, because of where we are right now in the scheme of things, please always, always, always be aware of your surroundings. They call that situational awareness. Okay. I call it keep your head on a swivel, especially if you're in groups of people, large groups of people. Be very wary, okay, about that. Um, if you are in a place that you can either concealed carry or carry, I would probably start doing that, especially if you're out in public with family and friends, people that you care about. So also, please just prayers, okay? Prayers for Nigeria and for every other place that Christians are being persecuted. Pray for no more wars. Pray that Netanyahu and Hamas can finally do something and actually have peace. Hamas can pack up their stuff and go to Iran or go wherever they go, and that we can have peace in the Middle East. We can have peace around the world. Pray for the war with Russia and Ukraine to come to a very quick end. That particular war is very close and dear to my heart. My fiance is there, and she's stuck in the middle. She loves her country, but she does not hate Russia. Then it's because she understands and knows what's going on there. Okay, and that's something else that people aren't allowed to talk about because they say, "Oh, it's conspiracy theory." Well, thanks to Victoria Nuland, the cat's out of the bag. That proved everything that we've been saying since 2014, since this whole thing kicked off. Okay, so everybody, please be safe. God bless every single one of you out there on the other side of the screen. I will be back tomorrow, and I'll have more to share, and I'll actually have coffee. I didn't have time to have coffee this morning yet. So take care. God bless, and we'll see